Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm actually saying this after so many years. So here we are, and I thought what better way to end the year and use my favorite makeup products, get ready with me, chit chat with you guys, update you guys on where I've been, what I've been doing, and yeah, just kind of like a girly chat and get ready with me. If you guys are interested in today's video, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. And I'm actually gonna prep my skin using the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. It is a really nice, soothing face mist, and actually is a really good primer and setting spray. So if you love like a skincare and makeup product in one, but I do really like this one as like a prep. It's just really soothing, calm. The botanicals they use are all natural, so I really love this brand. I actually wanted to try more from this brand, so I actually really like the dewiness and effect that it gives me from dealing with a lot of redness, texture, and all of that. Using this has been really nice on my skin as someone who has really sensitive skin. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do, where is it? Oh, in front of me. So this one is actually the Sephora collection brand brow wax. This is their Fluff and Fix. I really like this product, and I love just brushing this through my eyebrows all the way through, especially the front hairs. I like to brush in the opposite direction because these hairs tend to like fall down, and I let them sit for a minute so that the wax can like really dry up. I don't know why this one is my good eyebrow and this one never can I get it right. And I'm gonna share with you guys the concealer I really like, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. As you can tell, I run through these like water, honestly. I love putting this in the back of my hand, and I like using this just to conceal. So I'm just gonna conceal my eyebrows while I talk to you guys about where I've been, kind of like the headspace I've been on. I'm just gonna take my Patrick Ta blush compact and use it as a mirror, because as you guys know, I need to have like something super close to me so I'm able to see like every little detail. I'm already forgetting, like you record a YouTube video and you're like, what am I doing? You know, like I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. This one's really nice. I love it for like natural kind of look eyebrows, and I'm just gonna line underneath and like give it more definition. So you can already tell that did like a big difference right there. And I just like to kind of define the tail of my eyebrow. Okay, so I did want to talk about where I've been and what I've been doing, what I've been up to. I'm actually not in Colorado anymore. I moved back to El Paso, Texas for a good 3 years. I had just lost my job, not due to COVID. This was like during COVID. We decided to move back to El Paso with my partner at the time. I don't really like talking about personal stuff or about people because I never know if they want to be shared on like my platforms and stuff. I was in a relationship for 10 years, and I did end that relationship shortly after I met my wonderful, most loving partner. These moments in my life where I'm growing up and I'm, you know, getting wiser, I'm actually becoming the version of myself that I've always dreamed of. And I went through the really hardest time in my life, in my relationship, and I started to feel like I wasn't, you know, becoming the version of myself that I wanted to be. I just knew that I wanted to, you know, have change in my life, grow up, stop letting people like really dictate my future and, you know, my present, things that I was doing, my career. Because I moved back, started my business, which was a cosmetic business. So I kind of do like carve out my brow underneath. Really feel like the Caudalie beauty elixir like really like is gripping like my makeup. So, and that's the type of eyebrow I like. So yeah, so I moved back home, started my business. I absolutely had such a fun experience, you know, just coming back home, just saying, you know what, I'm gonna use my money that I've saved or that I worked really hard for to start my business, because I actually was studying how to make lipsticks back in Colorado. And I think that moment of really putting myself first and not caring what people thought about me, the real outcome that could happen, or like all the negative stuff that could happen, I just really went for it, and it came out really successful as like a good start. My business doesn't run right now, but I am thinking about bringing it back up. I stopped it because it was so much for me. I was doing everything by myself. Of course, like I said, with some help from my family, but really hard to have help when, you know, I needed to do beauty formulations, like makeup formulations, measurements, and like sciencey stuff, and then as well as like running the business, like operations. So I kind of was all over the place. I actually got a full-time job working 12 hours a day, so it was really hard to like balance my business. If I were to go back and tell my younger self something when I started my business, was that you can do it. Because honestly, I look back on the times where I had my business and there was a lot of people who were doubting me, and I kind of let doubt into my business and into my life, and it kind of stopped me from achieving the most that I could do. If this is like something that kind of resonates with you, if you wanted to start a business or a career or a job or even just moving, I say just do it, go all in. If you fail, just understand that it's okay to do that. Every failure is a lesson. It teaches you to grow. Of course, there are times where we want to quit, and that's definitely okay. Sometimes we gotta quit. Sometimes we gotta like stop what we're doing and move away, or quit the job, the career, the school, and stuff like that. I don't emphasize on doing that. I'd say look really hard within yourself and ask yourself, is this something that I really want to do? Is this something that I really want to have in my life? And then go from there. If it's leaving that place, that situation, then go ahead and do it. Go start living the life that you want. Go start obtaining the life that you deserve. I have dreamed of being in the makeup industry forever now, and I will say that putting all my time, my hard work, my effort into this career, it's been so rewarding. I was 11 years old when I wanted to get into makeup, and so I told myself, this is something that I really want to do, then I'm gonna work really hard for it. I went to cosmetology school in high school. I finished, graduated, got my license, and I didn't use my license after that. Moved to Colorado. Boom, I started making lipsticks in my little apartment. This may not be like my exact shade, okay, but I actually like something that will balance out with my bronzer and all of that stuff. Please don't judge me. Then worked at Sephora this year, but I wanted to take a step further because I lacked a lot of things that I felt like I needed to learn, and started working there for half a year. I actually just recently departed from that job. I have some further plans to be more into my career, and that's make makeup and apply it to clients. I'm really excited because that's like my main goal, my main plan, especially for 2025. I know a lot of people say, don't talk about your goals, be quiet. But honestly, as someone who has always talked about her goals, I always said I wanted to be a makeup artist, I want to go to cosmetology school, I want to get my license, I want to become a barber, I want to work at Sephora or a makeup counter. I want to learn how to do makeup. I want to do makeup on people. I want to buy the most expensive makeup. And honestly, everything that I've ever talked about has happened. Everybody's different, of course. If you want to stay quiet, if you want to keep things to yourself, then honestly, go ahead, do that. But for me, I feel like the more you say it, you literally put it out into the universe, or you tell it to God. You really manifest it in that way of like praying for it or telling yourself like, I can do that, I will get there. And there are some times where it doesn't work out because it's not meant for you. So for 2025, it's a good kind of stepping stone for the new year. And it really just takes you. You're the one at the end of the day that's able to change your whole life around, achieve so much, because you're the one actually doing it. And if you don't believe in yourself, how are you ever gonna get to the next step? But I did want to say that is I use the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This one and the concealer are literally the most best light foundation. I love the way it looks on my skin, and I love that it's like a sheer coverage, but it's buildable. But I really like this one. And as far as the concealer, I use this one because it is a shade pretty close to my skin tone, so I kind of apply it to like areas where I want some brightness. And I love that it's hydrating because I deal with a lot of dryness, especially down here. I may look crazy, but this is just how I do it. And then I take my actual concealer, which is over here. Bare Minerals, the 16-Hour Wear Bare Pro Concealer. This one is a matte finish, and this one's full coverage. And this one has an SPF of 25 and is a like skin perfecting matte concealer. So like it's not super matte, but I would say like a soft matte. And I do it in that sort of fashion because I like a more like, I don't know how to say it, that shape of sculpting. Then I'm gonna take, while this sits, what's more full coverage is I'm gonna take the bronze stick in ColourPop Laguna Beach. This one you can pick up at Target. It's like a creamy formula, and the stick just kind of like really further like lets me apply it in certain areas at a more like defined positions. Contouring is going to be more cool tone, a bronzer is going to be more of your warm tones. So I like taking the e.l.f. concealer in a more like warmer, darker shade and just applying a few dots there, kind of like above my contour. I blend it out with a small little brush, and I just kind of like blend up and blend out, and I try and keep it in that exact place. If not, then it'll be fine because we are going to blend out our concealer and it's gonna like blend into the bronze parts. I moved back to El Paso and I had some like moving situations. I had my own apartment at one point. It didn't work out. I left my relationship. It's been like a crazy journey. I went through a lot of life changes. Actually, this year has been really nice because I put myself first. I really said no to a lot of things, exercising more, and just really focused on like my health and my hobbies, honestly, because I feel like when you depend on something or someone else, you start to take your focus away from yourself. So I started really becoming depressed, and I actually was diagnosed with anxiety and panic disorder exactly a year ago. And I didn't know what that meant for me, that I needed to live in order for me to get better, getting the help that I need, and finally saying, you know what, like I need help. Really tried my whole entire life to do life by myself, figure it out, like any problem I had. That wasn't working for me, so I stepped out of my comfort zone. I started going to therapy at the beginning of this year. It was literally from the start of going to therapy, my life has changed literally forever. Stop saying that you're gonna do it all by yourself, because that's why we have people. We have people in this world to love, to cherish, to have experiences with, to learn from. And I think therapy really made me the person that I am and really found myself again. I have always told myself this, like I miss the girl that I used to be when I was a kid, and I feel like I lost it to a lot of the old friendships that I used to have, my old relationship that I used to be in, and experiences that I put myself in, situations that I went through. I'm very glad that I'm here now, and this is why I wanted to do a video, because I feel like I've changed as a person in a very healthy, great way, and I really want to be that person on YouTube to really motivate people and inspire people through makeup, through my motivational talks and everything like that. So I hope that this kind of uplifts your spirit. I go really based off of energy and, you know, character when it comes to influence and like people, following people. So hopefully I can be a person for you and we can create like a community. Yeah, but the next thing I'm gonna do is actually use the Patrick Ta blush duo. Patrick Ta, I don't know what you put in your products, but I absolutely love them and can't wait to buy more of them. And I like to use like a stippling brush, which is a brush like this. When I pick this up on my brush and apply it to my face, like, I don't know what more I need to say. And this one is actually in the shade She's Giving. I like really dull like blushes, like really bright pinks. I love it, and that's all that matters. That's something I want to always talk about while I do makeup and try and teach about makeup, is that everyone has favorites and stuff like that, but honestly, it's whatever you like. Makeup is such an endless tool because makeup is whatever you make it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Milk Makeup blush stick in the shade Work and just kind of neutralize the parts at the beginning there. I told myself this year that I've done things that scare me, like moving, which is something I wanted to talk about. But this year really I did stuff that really scares me, you know, leaving a 10-year relationship, something that on someone that I really relied on, really loved, and really appreciated in my life. I can say, and I always thank God for that person, because honestly, without my relationship, I wouldn't have learned so much about myself after leaving and knowing this is something I don't want anymore. I want something more out of my life. And so I just feel like that relationship taught me a lot. And I'm actually spraying the Airbrush Flawless setting spray by Charlotte Tilbury. This one smells amazing. This one grips my makeup, from my makeup to my skin. I think this one's like a 16-hour wear, but I love how hydrating it makes my makeup look, but also gives it that long-lasting effect. And I bought the travel size to this. As you can tell, I'm almost done with it, so I can say this proudly, is that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is my favorite. I mistakenly did my makeup with too much powders, too much matte products, that it really dried out my skin. So I'm really trying to hydrate my skin as I do my makeup, my cream products, and now we're gonna dive into my powder products. I stay true. I use my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. That's another like foundation that I really like. I use that one many years now. Like, I've always liked it. I like it also because it has an SPF in it and it lasts you literally all day. I wore it when I was in warehousing jobs, and it lasts me all day, like doing the hardest work, sweating, whatever. I loved it. Another like high-end foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This one will grip to your skin as well. As you're applying it, it's dewy, but as you like let it sit, it like soaks up into your skin. and it becomes like second like skin in a way, but is full coverage, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I finished that bottle and I need to buy another one. Chef's Kiss, that's my favorite foundation so far as like high-end, but drugstore. The L'Oreal Infallible is the best. Now, I've tried different powders and high-end and whatever, but I don't know why. I just don't like them. This one, for some reason, is just my best friend. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. This one is in the shade Natural Buff 230. And you can tell it's already like hit pan. I love this to set my under eyes. And I actually use a loose setting powder. This is one from Revolution in the shade Banana to set all of the rest of my face. I like this one because it's a thinner consistency. It's velvety, smooth. I like it just to set all over the face. And then I'm gonna use another Fit Me powder to bronze my contour, or just bronze up my skin in general. And as you can tell, I've hit pan on this one too. As you can tell, I love Maybelline Fit Me powders. They're literally so good, and I will stay true to those powders. If you're wanting a good powder, especially something that's matte, one that doesn't show your pores, that one's gonna be your best friend. A powder puff like this, you can buy these on Amazon, and I like to pick up the product. I don't have much in here and know I need to buy more, but I like to pick this up first, get enough on there. I like to hold both my sponge and my powder puff, blend out the under eyes because it obviously tends to crease. Look up and then apply the powder. And there you go. It's been a really transformative year. Like I've been telling you this whole video, I started running. I actually did some really deep inner work, healing. Once I went to therapy, like it really taught me to really focus on my mental health and take care of myself. After I started running, I started like challenging myself to try more things to see if they could really help me with my mental health. I started doing like different exercises. I was doing I've been doing Tai Chi for a long time, like years now. I was looking at meditation videos and Tai Chi videos were popping up, and I was like, I wonder what this is. And I literally felt like my body was so connected to my mind. I felt so relaxed, so in tune with myself, with my body. I think that really like built my calm side up because I have always been such an anxious, shy person. I also dealt with a lot in my life, like stress, just a hectic lifestyle, working so much in loud places like factories and warehouses. So I needed like an outlet to really have like a calm exercise, you know, or a calm mind, a calm body, and Tai Chi always helped me. Then I started reading books. I can say I have read the most amount of books that I ever have in my entire life this year. I used to be such a book fanatic when I was a kid, and I kind of stopped doing that, and I missed that version of me. Honestly, I think that was the number one thing that really solidified that like I was becoming the best version of myself, was reading books. And I learned so much about myself and things that I can do to better help my anxiety. And so yeah, I set my face using the loose powder, and as you can tell, it just made it more matte. I like to leave certain areas on my face a little bit, I don't know how you say it, like dewy, I guess, or not set. So now I'm just gonna use a tapered little brush like this to do my little bronzer. I like to set everything where I put my cream contour, everything like that. I told myself it's time for a change and to actually work on like my career and my goals, beauty industry like I was talking to you guys about. So I took a leap of faith and quit what I was doing for many years now, warehousing and factories, all to take on a job at Sephora. And I am so glad that I ended up taking a chance on myself, because just had to say, you know what, this is my chance, this is my time. Set like a plan for myself, and I stopped letting people really control me and say, you know what, that's not a good idea. When I was running my business, I dealt with a lot of fear and doubt within myself, and I needed to get away from that. I am going to work at a beauty counter. I'm gonna stop being scared of what other people are gonna say and doubting myself, because that's what wasn't getting me further in my career. If you doubt yourself, you're doubting your business, you're doubting your career, you're doubting your ability to achieve the most. I took my job at Sephora, and funny thing, I've actually never purchased a single product from Sephora. I've never been inside a Sephora. I've always looked at YouTube videos and seen like reviews and like tutorials of like products from Sephora, but never once did I ever step my foot into a Sephora. I'm never embarrassed to say this, because honestly, it really showed that I put my confidence in myself first, because I had no knowledge. Like, I only had the knowledge I built on YouTube videos. I really put myself like on the edge and really just took a chance at working at Sephora, and I can say that it was so worth it. I love that experience because it really was a stepping stone for me in my career, and I just learned a lot overall. So this is why I was telling you guys don't need to buy the most expensive products or brands that I'm using, especially in this video, because I started out using my mom's makeup, and she didn't use products from Sephora. I know for one product she used, it was at, I think, a JCPenney or something, and it was the Naked eyeshadow palettes, you know, those ones that are so back in the day, but they're so good. I used one of those and I stole it from her one day. She was kind of mad at me for doing that, but set myself for my whole career. So I'm actually gonna go in with my e.l.f. blush palette. If I can get it open. I can never get it open. And I like to use this shade. I like to mix a lot of different of these blush shades in the past. And then you can also like put it on your forehead, on your chin, like any leftover on your nose, to kind of like give you more color. I guess my eyeshadow, because we're almost done here. I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette and just add some color on my lids. I don't know if I want to do like an eyeshadow look. We'll see. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 eyeshadow palette, and I love this one. Love the color payoff, in my opinion. I love like a really pigmented eyeshadow, one that you don't need a lot to blend. As you guys can tell, like my past videos where I used to do really crazy looks, colorful looks, glitter, all that stuff, and now I don't really do that anymore. I like to keep it simple and like neutral, so that's why I picked up this palette, because it has all the neutrals that I need. Kind of go in the outer corner and then bring it over in the crease and kind of to the inner corner just above the eyebrow right here, and then just blend out whatever I don't have. And then I like to like pick up middle and darker shades and stamp it on before I blend and blend it out. You can also like tap, just so you're not picking up too much product. But I did want to say any advice that I have now that I'm 26 years old. I just turned 26 a month ago, and I have learned so much. And if I were to give you and leave you with something today, it would be to always continue doing what you love and never listening to the fear and doubt that is holding you back, because honestly it stops you from doing those things and maybe taking chances on yourself and opportunities that you may have been putting off. Do things scared, do things with knowing that you may fail, and knowing that there is so much in this world to experience, and that's how you have to see them. Because honestly, I feel like I always was telling myself for such a long time that, oh, I need to do things perfectly, I need to have like the right plan, the right setup. I look at myself today and look at how much I've obtained, but I also look back on so little that I had, especially when I started my YouTube channel back in 2018. Is I didn't have, you know, the fanciest things. I used my sister's camera that she was using for college to record my YouTube videos, and after that I used my iPhone 11 Pro Max to record my YouTube videos. And I feel like I could have recorded so many things throughout the years, but I didn't, because I was like, I have to have the perfect this or that. Let me just say, you don't have to have the perfect anything, the most expensive things. Just go out and do whatever it is that you set your mind to, your heart on. You start out with maybe the bare minimum to see if you actually like what it is that you're trying to go full in. And I say that with like even makeup, buying the most cheapest thing just to see if maybe this is something that I like to do. I remember I started painting back when I started YouTube. I started painting and I was buying like the most cheapest paints, the most cheapest brushes to see if this is something I actually love doing. Even if it wasn't going to be a career, if it was something that I wanted to start doing as a hobby, I wanted to see if I was going to end up liking it in the first place. So I'm using the House Labs. This one is the Clear Cut Liquid Eyeliner in Black Onyx. Usually I do a whole wing liner like I used to do back in the day. Still love, if it was anything that I love to do as far as makeup, it's eyeliner and my lip liner. I think that's all I really need, to be honest, to really survive without makeup. Like, I love those things. I'm gonna use my eyelash curler. I need a better eyelash curler. I got this one off of Amazon, but don't really like it. I'm like not too picky about my makeup as I used to be, so I kind of am doing it how I like. I'm gonna take the Tarte Lid Tubing Mascara. Looks like this, and this one has a silicone brush head, so this one coats the eyelashes really nicely. And I'm just gonna brush through my eyelashes, and I need to buy a eyeliner pencil to tightline my eyes or my eyelids. And I found a really good one. It's from the Sephora collection. I'll put a picture on the screen for you guys. That one is literally the best. Like, it's like a marker-like eyeliner. And so if you like something to smudge out like your eyeliner or something, because I wish I had that, because I would put that on as like where I put the liquid liner, or like to smudge like at the outer corner of the eye. I would love to just do that, but honestly I need an eyeliner to tightline my under my eyes so it can be really dark on the top part of my eyes, because I don't like to really mess with my under eyes for some reason anymore. I just Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but for the most part, I like a more dark, colorful look here and just keep this like bare because sometimes it could be too heavy. And then I'm gonna do my lips and then I'll do my eyelashes off camera because I have to cut them and do all that jazz. So I'm just gonna do my lips first. I'm gonna take my favorite lip liners at the moment. I literally just bought this one to restock. This one is the Fenty Beauty Traced Out Pencil Lip Liner. And this one is in the shade Extra Thigh. I love this lip liner so much. And as well as like a drugstore version of lip liners that I really love as well are the NYX Professional Lip Pencils. This one is in the shade Espresso. I have so many of NYX lip pencils that it's not even funny. I started lining my lips with, I believe it was mauve or, oof, I forgot the shade. It was, I know it was Ever as well. I used Ever, mauve, and another shade, and I really love the formula on these and I love the colors as well. The Fenty Beauty I'm gonna do first. They literally don't move. You can leave them on by themselves and they will look and last you all day. I like to kind of blend this out. I'm going to use the NYX pencil to kind of further define the shape. Okay, so I defined my lips using the NYX and the Fenty Beauty lip liners. And then I'm actually, what I normally do is put like either a lip oil. This one is from e.l.f. But I actually don't want something too oily right now on my lips. I just want something that's creamy, but also just hydrating on my skin, hydrating on my lips, but one that isn't too liquidy or oily. This is a Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey. I actually got sent this one in my gratis when I worked at Sephora. So when I tried it, I was like, actually, I really like this as something for like an everyday lipstick. And it's kind of like, it gives a satin finish, which I really like. That's why I made satin lipsticks for when I was making lipsticks for my business. But I really like this color. I love the finish, and I love that it kind of ties in with all of the dark browns, because honestly it can be a lot for someone who does like really dark lip liners, and this color kind of ties it in all together. But yeah, let me go ahead and do my lashes and we'll go ahead and close out today's video. But yeah, I'll be right back.